Hey, it's me, Ray Smith, and today is the first episode of Creative Chats. I'm so excited because we are going to talk about my solo show journey. I'm actually going to go all the way back to the beginning. I remember getting a desire to write and perform my own solo piece in 2015. I just felt really unfulfilled with the auditions that I was going on and the work that I was getting. I'm like, I can play all the characters. I can play this person and this person. And I started thinking, well, the only way that's going to be possible is if you write and perform your own solo piece. At the time, I had no idea that it was going to be about my life because I was still in my early 20s and I was just thinking like, have I lived enough to really share my experiences through a one-person show? Because I know that a lot of actors, they have autobiographical solo pieces going towards the end of their lives. And it felt like my life was just starting, and I did feel intimidated by the process because I'm like, I don't know if I've lived enough to say anything that has importance to it. And so 9 years later, I have definitely lived enough to share my own experiences. When I first created the solo piece, I developed it in Matt Hoverman's Go Solo workshop. And at the time, I was dealing with just crippling anxiety and panic attacks. And it was so hard for me to get to class. And I just remember feeling so proud of myself for completing the workshop and leaving with a 20-minute solo show. And I headed over to the Emerging Artists Festival. And that was the first time I had ever performed my work in front of a live audience. And it was the most amazing, exciting, and scary feeling that I'd ever had. And I just knew after I performed my first solo piece, it was going to be very hard for me not to do it again. And 9 years later, I'm still doing it. And it has been an incredible journey, rewarding beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. Even not just as an artist, but also as a human being, I've been able to connect with so many people from different parts of the world that have shared my experience dealing with anxiety. And so it has definitely made me feel less alone and more in community with people. But it has brought its challenges as well. And I want to be honest about that because performing a solo piece with anxiety, about anxiety, is definitely something difficult to do. But I have received, support over the years that I am just so grateful for. And I've just been reflecting on my solo show journey and what I want to happen in this post-pandemic world because so many things are changing about theater and we are all in this collective shift right now. And so I wanted to create creative chats because I need a creative hobby and I also need to give myself a chance to look back and reflect on my journey instead of focusing on producing something new or being in constant creation mode. I wanted to just reflect back on the last 9 years and what I have already contributed to the world and how proud I am for doing the work that I have done and for the amazing support that I have received along my journey. And yeah, I just wanted to share that and to put this out into the world and to also encourage other people. If there's something that you want to create, just start with what you have. I know we've heard this so many times, but I started with what I had. I had a notebook and I had a pen and I had no idea how to write a play, how I was going to perform all these characters, but I started writing and I eventually found the workshop and finding the workshop and performing my work in festivals and on college campuses. It also gave me a chance to heal and it gave me my voice back. And so I'm just so grateful for that and for my journey. And I look forward to sharing more with you all. Thanks.